Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. It's time to start some madness. Specifically, monkey madness. And to do so, we need to prepare. Starting with some super anti-poisons. Hopping worlds, picking stuff up off the ground. Telegrabbing the free gold bar down here in Varrock Bank. Since we cannot make gold bars yet, we're getting close. But still, even when we can make a gold bar, if we only need like one of them, it's still probably faster to just come get this one. While we're in Varrock, I will also swing on over to the rune shop, grab some mind runes, which are going to come in handy, because we're going to need to cast some spells here in a bit. Gonna just go with mind runes, nice and cheap. One dead Karamjan monkey. See if we get the bones. Yep, bones. We would get a monkey corpse if we had done different quests. But just the bones is fine. And the last item that we're going to need, again, something we could easily make ourselves, but it's also just in a convenient shop, so run over here to the adventuring store and get a ball of wool. Now these are the only items that we need, but there is one more thing that's going to be very, very important to have. And that is, of course, some really good food. We're going with Karambwans, because they heal 18s. And it's a lot better than trying to bring cakes or something. That would not be the right move here. But now, we're fully prepared. Let's talk to the king. And he is actually initiating the quest instead of us asking for one. We are really moving up in the world. We need to investigate more about what Gloff was doing. So he has appointed a new High Tree Guardian, Darrow, which we need to go and talk to. It's all about the shipbuilding facilities in Karamja. They were sent to decommission the shipyard. And by they I mean the Royal Guard, the 10th Squad. Very capable gnomes. But they did not get there. So we need to go investigate what is going on. Travel to the shipyard in Karamja and find out if they even made it there in the first place. An easy enough task. And we've been given the Royal Seal, which will make it easier to get in there. Then we get this fun title card. Easiest way to get over to Karamja from here is to take the glider. How we managed to get over here when apparently the elite group of guards failed to do so is something we need to figure out. But with this Royal Seal, we'll be able to get in here and get the information we need. Shipyard worker? I'll be coming through. I've got the special seal. He doesn't believe me. But he lets us through. He's a pretty decent guard, questioning everyone that comes in. We keep making it past him, though, so here we are. Here is GLO Karnak. We break the news that Gloff has been fired, or forced to resign, for this whole trying to start a war thing. Do you know where the Royal Guard went? No? Mysterious. So anyways, decommission the shipyard. And I'll be going. Here's a hint. Strong southerly winds. Possibly they were blown off course. So he's going to see to the decommissioning, and we can return to the king. Not much to go on, but we can work with that. They were blown to the south. Possibly. Well, it's our only bit of information, so we'll go with that. Hello there, King. Your guard is gone. Possibly to the south. So, as for what we're going to do about that, what would you suggest? New orders. Go talk to the new High Tree Guardian. It gives you some handwritten notes, which we drop on the ground because we don't have any inventory space. A lot of the time, quests check to make sure you have an inventory space before they give you things. But I guess not this time. So I will take the orders. I might also need the seal. I'll try it without the seal, see what happens. I've got the orders, though. They're unreadable. That's smart. I was trying to snoop into it. And here is Darrow himself. I am the person that helped defeat Gloff. And here are your orders. I guess they're his orders, not mine. It's an old military code. Very smart. Hope you feel like a quest adventurer. I do. That is why I'm here. The orders are to go figure out what happened. Far to the south of Karamja. You can go through a little bit of information. There's some monkeys south of Karamja. We've got some additional support coming with us. But not him. The 10th squad is very prestigious. But even so, if they've gotten themselves into something crazy, definitely want me to go check on them. They've got all sorts of guys in there. Mage, sapper, and Karnak. is the one that's coming with us. No, Karnox is the one at the shipyard. I'm not too sure about him. Just a little suspicious. He was handpicked by Gloff, so no real surprises there. The person who is going with us is Flight Commander Wadar, over in the hangar. Blindfolds us with a blindfold with only one eye covered. So that's a strategy. The fancy underground military glider hangar. Part of Gloff's contingency planning. Attacks by land and sea and the air. Very, very prepared. It wasn't quite prepared enough for me. They've got new, fancier gliders that we want to use. So let's get introduced to Wadar. He's a little bit dismissive of us at the start here. No more demons here. Secret mission. Well, less of a secret mission now. All those people that saw you blindfolding me and leading me somewhere. Pretty clear something's happening. Looking for the 10th squad. Blown far to the south. But even so, we haven't heard back from them since. Worth investigating. So we'll be heading out right after we get the gliders unlocked. And of course, that falls to me. Coming over to this panel, we get the RuneLight sliding puzzle solver. Just speeds things up a little bit. Did hundreds of such puzzles before there was any automated options. But this puzzle in particular is a little bit annoying because a few of the pieces look very similar. So you can end up having everything messed up, which is not what you want. And then you have to do the whole puzzle all over again. Not great. If you don't feel like clicking 200 times, you can also give them 200,000 coins. And it's automatically finished. Or it's like one move away from being finished, technically. But there's really no need for that these days. Fairly well scrambled, all things considered. For treasure trails, it's much less than 200 moves to finish. But that's Gloff for you, I suppose. Making things as difficult as possible. But we just keep on going. And it's done. Get a nice little cutscene of the gliders unfolding. Ready to go. Very cool. And with that, we can head on out. Probably. Our journey into the unknown begins now. But we're used to it. Here we go. Potentially dangerous mission. Good luck us. stocked up well on food for the journey, because he's not going to help us. We got our anti-poison ready to go. Let's go. Far to the south. Onto an island covered in crashed gliders, which pretty much tells us what's happened here. Lumdo. We're on a mission from the king, looking for the 10th squad. And that is you, Lumdo, a member of the 10th squad. He's very suspicious. Just because we flew here on a military gnome glider is not enough proof for him. Or maybe it is. The rest of the squad is not here. They were blown off course, as we suspected. Crashed on this island. The tree chops destroyed their gliders and dragged them onto the beach. The rest of the squad has been sent to a larger island to the west to explore it and look for launch sites, while he stays here and guards the gliders. I need to go make contact with the sergeant on that island, and he has orders to stay here, so he won't take me, because he doesn't take orders for me. Our glider is much better than theirs, so we're perfectly fine. But I can't convince Lumdo to bring us over to the main island. They are fiercely loyal, the 10th squad. But it's not his mission to deal with this. But we convince him. Foot Soldier Lumdo of the 10th Squad, your new orders are to bring me to the island. He outranks everyone else here, so he can make those orders. But while Lumdo heads to the island with me, he's staying here to watch the gliders, even though that was not his mission. Yeah, there's no convincing him, though. So we are on our own here. Meanwhile, in Kramja, Karnak is not decommissioning the shipyard. We were right to be suspicious of him. The shipyard might not be decommissioned, but they're getting close to a revolt, so I guess that's good enough for our purposes. At any rate, they are also dealing with looking for the 10th Squad. And in the meantime, Gloff left a few of his agents working still at the Grand Tree when he left. So keep working on your battleships while we try to deal with this. Chapter 2, Monkey Business. Here we are on Ape Atoll, where things go from no problem whatsoever to yes problem very much so. Very, very powerful enemies. Poisonous, high damage dealing, scorpions, spiders, and don't forget the monkeys themselves. there's a lot to deal with here on Apatol. But we've had our protection prayers, so that'll help us a little bit as we immediately get shot down. Where we find some more of the 10th Squad has also been captured. Quite the welcoming party. My goodness. I'm here to find the 10th Squad, which I am partially succeeding at. Let's see if we can get some information out of these guys here. The jail guards. Very dangerous. But they do change shifts. So we'll be able to sneak our way out. How would you guys like to escape? No? You're fine? Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess. We're just going to need to pick the lock and watch out for the guards. Oh, there's the guard right there. So we just need to get out of here. Our thieving skill is pretty decent. So we should be able to get out of here pretty well. And now we just run past while they're changing shifts. And we are good to go. Ow. Yeah, things here are dangerous. There's another invisible guy over here. We don't need to really talk to him. Run past the monkey archers. And here is Garkor. We have succeeded in our first task of finding the sergeant. He already knows why we're here, though, because he is in communication with the king. He very specifically asked for us. For a very specific purpose. The squad's in jail. The guards are powerful. So we first need to rescue them. We managed to sneak out. But while one person can escape, really can't do 3. I feel like they probably could. It was pretty easy for me. They're supposed to be professionals in all this, so I don't know. And the invisible assassin that we saw is also over in the village. While he is over here to listen to Awowagi's plans. Self-proclaimed ruler of the island. So we need an insider, a monkey working for us. But not one of the monkeys already here. Me. Close enough. Close enough to a monkey. Close enough that we can use magic to disguise me as a monkey. And also we're going to use magic to be able to talk to monkeys. To do that, we get to the most dangerous part of this. But first, we need to get some supplies. And not supplies from away from here, but supplies we can only find on Ape Atoll itself. Coming over here to this room, you need to stay on the sides. You can grab out of this crate some magical talking monkey dentures, which is just what we need. And down in this crate, it's a hole, which we jump down in. And we're fine. Then out of this entire room, we need to come over here and grab, not a hammer, a monkey amulet mold. Fantastic. Now technically we could get away with what we have currently, but the prayer points is one of my main problems. So we're going to resupply as much as we can. I'll just grab a cake since we only need one more inventory slot here. And technically we could combo eat the cake into a cram one, probably. I'm going to need as much run energy as possible here, and as many prayer points as possible. Because when we head back, it's time for the dungeon. Or cave, whatever you want to call it. The dangerous, dangerous place on Ape Atoll. One blindfolding, one glider ride, and one boat ride later, we are back on Ape Atoll. There's the dungeon, right over there. It's a very long run, and we would really probably be better off if we had brought some kind of energy restore. We don't really have too many options for that right now. This dungeon is fully a multi-combat area full of high-level enemies, traps, poison, the whole shebang. So we need to make the most use of our prayer points and run energy to try to get through here as best we can. We still have some food we can use, so we don't need to only pray. We're also taking damage from the falling rocks, since we're not waiting around. These monkeys themselves aren't particularly powerful, so we can mostly tank their hits. Eventually we're going to get to more densely packed portions of this, and that's when we really need the prayer. Speaking of which, here we are. The skeleton monkeys. If you like to train Rage and Magic down here, but it didn't really help us not get attacked by them, so let me just make it through here. Now we're out of run energy, which also isn't great. Oh, it's so dangerous. But it looks like we're probably going to be able to get through here. Not going to waste Cairn Bond until we need it. Now that we're past the skeleton monkeys, we're pretty much home free. We still have these rocks here. Kind of just run past. They still do damage. You could technically bring a plank, which will allow you to pass those without any problem. But that's not a huge deal. Alright, we're walking, so he keeps getting attacks in. Gonna eat the cake. Let's keep the running going. Almost there. We do get to come back through here. Again. Okay. That's pretty much the last of them. We're definitely going to want to resupply once we're done here in this area. But we made it. Here is Zuknak and the sappers tunneling their way through here. I'm working for the king. Looking for you guys. Which I think, at this point, I have found them all. So, mission success, I suppose. But now we're continuing on with the whole being a monkey idea. So let's see what magic you can do to help us. We've got all the pieces we need to give us the slightest edge, which will allow us to continue the quest. They've been having a hard time. Potentially harder than me, since they're stuck down here and stuck in jail, while I am free to wander about if I take proper precautions. Some people were captured, some people escaped. And they're tunneling because going overground was very, very guarded. And here is where we reveal the plan. Turn me into a monkey. We were thinking it was more of a disguise. But that's not the plan. Very specifically, we were sent. But that was a secret, so they didn't tell me about it. Because they needed a human to transform into a monkey. Because it will be much more successful than trying it with a gnome. But first, we need to be able to communicate with monkeys. And luckily, we were properly prepared and brought the items we needed down here. So for the amulet, we need a gold bar, a mold, and monkey speech, which we have. And for the talisman, we need monkey remains and an authentic magical monkey talisman. Exactly how he knows such a thing exists is questionable, but that's what we need. So we're just going to give him the dentures, and the mold, and the bar. And you can use these to enchant the gold bar. Then we just need to bring it to a place of significance. And we can make this into an amulet. Exactly why he took the mold to then give it straight back to us, I'm not sure. But now we need to return to the surface of Ape Atoll. But to do that, we're going to teleport out. It'd be pretty convenient if you guys could just dig a little further, and then we could go up into that cavern again. But they're not quite there yet. So instead, we're going back to our doing. And while we're here, I'll grab some cake. We didn't use too many food getting through there. And there's a few things where we're going to want to be able to drop things for a little bit. So I think cake is going to be the correct choice here. We shouldn't need to use too much food in the next portion of this, but we'll see. We also need to get our prayer back. So we'll use the altar again. By the looks of it, we're probably going to need to go and grab another super anti-poison eventually. But we still have 2 more doses, so that's fine for now. So I will make my way back to Ape Atoll. We still don't have a way into the city, so we need to get shot down again. I feel like I had protect from missiles on in time for that attack, but apparently not. And now we have to wait for the guards to rotate. We don't know if it was the first or the second time that he's come through. I'm just going to assume it's the second. Managed to pick the lock. And he's coming back. So we're going to hide over here in the corner till he goes and turns around again, so as to not get punched in the face. We'll get attacked by this poison spider, though. Fortunately, we already drank our anti-poison, so that's okay. I don't really know if we want auto-retaliate on right now. Let's just get out of here. In the nick of time. My goodness. Now we need to head into the temple, which is just absolutely full of guards. We need to get down that trapdoor. That is easier said than done if you try to stay on the lower level. But if you come up here to go down the ladder, puts you right next to the trapdoor, and you are good to go. Down in here, you take a whole bunch of hits from the zombie monkeys. So if you don't have Protect from Melee, it is a hard time. There is our Monkey Speak amulet. Fantastic. We managed to sneak our way past them. It is very possible to get yourself stuck coming back up the ladder then. But we managed. Now we're going to be taking our new ability to talk to monkeys right over here. To the monkey child. We need to talk to the monkey child to get the talisman. But if the monkey aunt sees us, we can't get it. We're going to need 5 bananas for this. Just need to convince this child that we are his uncle. And give him some bananas. We lied to him about 5 bananas being 20. We're just over here, lying to children. But now that the monkey child has successfully picked bananas, his aunt will give him the talisman. And then what are we going to do? We're going to steal from a child. We're just over here, being a mess. Hey, monkey child. Give me your thing. Too busy doing something called humans. Well, that's me. Any more bananas? Okay, now he has it. I don't know how he got that at that time, but sure, whatever. Now we have the monkey talisman. And with that, we can become a monkey. Unfortunately, that's going to require going through the dungeon again. We've got less supplies than we had the first time, but we managed. So I'm going to get back in there again. Fun, fun. I got captured while trying to leave, so I just teleported out and resupplied on better things. So now we have a decent amount of food. Right after we don't really need food anymore. Use the bones on Zuknak and the talisman. And now we've got a monkey talisman. It doesn't work everywhere, but it's okay. Karnak and Wadar are working together. Interestingly, with these cutaways, this is not stuff that the player character knows is happening. It's a slightly different storytelling way to do stuff. But anyways, they're now talking about how I'm here, but that's not important. They're not too impressed with me. Well, little do they know that we can become a monkey now. So that's going to be useful. They're expecting that the entire 10th squad will be dealt with, and I'm probably dead on the island somewhere. To be fair, I have come back through multiple times at this point, so I don't know if canonically you come to the island and finish the entire quest in one go. Either way, I'm sure everything was going to be fantastic. Because we are a monkey. This has a lot of advantages. The undead monkeys down here don't attack us. The monkeys in town don't attack us. The scorpions and the spiders and the snakes don't attack us. So we're pretty much home free. But we can still get damaged by the falling rocks. So I'm still going to just teleport out of here. We need to be a little careful about not dropping this on the ground anywhere, because that would be not helpful. But still probably just faster in general to just come back to Apatol instead of going through the dungeon again. But now that we can become a monkey, it's time for the next part of the plan. Back to Apatol. Now, as a monkey. Which solves everything. Goes from one of the more dangerous places to be to an absolute walk in the jungle. Nothing attacks. No damage, no poison. Everything. Just swell. We can even come through the gate instead of getting shot in the head and thrown in jail. All in all, incredibly convenient. So now that we can become a monkey, we return to Sergeant Garkor to see what the next part of the plan is. He is over this way. Look at this tiny little river. Just one tile thick whole way. That's okay. Garkor is very impressed by our monkey transformation. And we are the perfect kind of monkey. I don't know if you can make different Grigris to start, and then you show up and he's like, no, that's not the right one. It's like, if you knew what the plan was, that would have been useful information earlier, but sure. Now we need to talk to the king. But we can't. Because we need permission to talk to the king. And only the monkey guard captain can give that to us. So we have to go find him. Just had to come all the way around, up the ladder, across the bridge, above the gate, and down on this side to talk to Kruk. I want to talk to the king, so I need to come all the way over here. I propose an alliance with the monkeys of Karamja, which I totally am one of. Pleasantly, we get escorted back to the king, so we don't have to run all the way back. Our alliance isn't immediately of much use to Awogi. So we need to convince him a bit. We've got strength in numbers, a northern platform for defenses, and we don't really want anything out of it. Awogo doesn't trust a northern monkey. Rude. But the other one does trust us. And so, he will give us a test to see if we're really worth aligning with. He wants us to break a monkey out of the zoo. And how we manage that is up to us. This would be a very difficult thing for a regular Karamja monkey to accomplish. But luckily, we are not just a monkey. And so, we just need to pop over to the zoo and get a monkey. Shouldn't be too bad. This is one of the more interesting parts of the quest, which I'm not sure if it really explains why this works. We were told that the Gree-Grees will only work nearby because the magic has a limited range. But for whatever reason, they also work here in the zoo. Presumably, something to do with the monkeys being nearby is good enough. Maybe monkeys themselves are magic? Hard to say. We just talked to the monkey zookeeper here to get put into the cage. And now, we just need to talk to a monkey and convince him to escape by getting in my backpack. We again lie, saying we're going to take him to Karamja. But that's fine. I'm sure he'll be perfectly happy on Ape Atoll. And now we're no longer a monkey, so we can ask to be let out. And just like that, we are out of the monkey cage. Very good. Unfortunately, we can't use any form of teleportation on our way back to Ape Atoll. So, no spirit trees, unfortunately. So we just get to walk back to the gnome stronghold, and then we get to walk back through Ape Atoll to deliver the monkey to the king. The monkey in the backpack talks to you on your way over here, which raises multiple questions about the nature of the backpack. We're just gonna go with magic. Anyways, we have successfully brought this monkey over here. Very impressive. So the Alliance will go forwards. Very cool. What's this monkey think about this? Are we there yet? Get back my backpack? I've taken the monkey. Okay. So, didn't know you could do that. I've successfully brought this captive. I kind of want to bring him back to the. I kind of want to bring him back to the zoo. Was he gonna keep talking to me constantly? That's me slightly annoying. But anyways, everything we've done was kind of a waste of time. Because this happened. Karnak and Waidar have talked to Awogi. And they're making their own alliance. Also suggesting to kill off the Royal Guard. All connecting to Goff's plan of war with the humans. It wouldn't have worked. It was a very bad plan. But since Awogi thinks he has made an alliance with the Northern Monkeys, That's just one more reason that this war would be acceptable. Gloff has sent him some tricks to deal with the 10th squad. Namely, the ability to teleport them all to one location, even the ones that escaped, and access to one of his pets, aka another demon. Set the trap and kill them all. As for the human, they continue to underestimate me. They think I'm already dead or something. Little do they know. But now, we will spring the trap on purpose. In Chapter 4, the final battle. We have a plan. Since they mentioned that they have the ability to teleport all of the 10th squad, no matter where they are, that's going to break everybody out of jail easily, even though it is a trap. But we will be prepared. With my help. We just need to fool the teleportation spell to bring us along. Because the spell is connected to the 10th squad sigils that they wear. So by wearing this, we will be teleported along with the rest of them. The monkey in the backpack continues to bother us. And just because I can, I am going to go back to the Ardoin Zoo and bring him back. If I teleported, he would leave my backpack. So, yes, I'm going to go walk back to Ardoin. I have no reason to do so. I just really kind of want to. He's going to keep on giving me commentary on my way back. Amusing. Or I could bring him to Karamja if I was feeling nicer. But no. But no. Back to the zoo for you. The monkey in my backpack wants to know if we're nearly there yet. Oh yeah, we're definitely nearly there. Back into the cage. Goodbye, monkey. Yep. We did that. Anyways. We now need to prepare for the final battle. And we have just the equipment for the job. Full Zerishian's robes. And, if we make more inventory space, the Zamrock cloak. Getting our magic attack bonus up to a very solid plus 33. No gloves, no boots, no other amulet. Good enough. Not even gonna bother putting this in. We're gonna be switching back to that soon enough. But now, to be correctly prepared, we're putting on Protect from Magic. and heading in. Pretty convenient that the teleport spell only happens the moment that we put the 10th squad sigil on. It'd be a very different situation if we could just teleport you away randomly. But there is a jungle demon, which we're going to run away from and let the gnomes take care of. We can't let them kill the entire demon, but we can let them whittle his health down. Magical aura emanates from its hide. Level 195. My goodness. Luckily for us, he can't shoot over here. So now we wait for the health to get nice and low. And then we take our 63 magic and our fire strikes and finish this. I gotta say, I'm really not impressed by this elite squad of gnomes and their max hits of 1. If they do the final hit, the demon heals, which is unfortunate for us. So hopefully we can actually hit with our magic here and finish this. See, we can hit 4s. We're a lot better. And there it is. The demon is down. We even get some malicious ashes for our efforts. So that's nice. A solid 65 prayer experience. Very cool. And now if we talk to them and have them teleport me out of here, they'll bring us back to Apatol. Weirdly, we can't use the Gree here, even though we're still on Apatol. But if we talk to Zuknak now, he brings us back to Apatol where there's things that will attack us and poison us and all that, so we're just going to skip that part and head directly back to the king. No need to deal with that. Hello, King. I'm back. It's finally over. It's finished. I went. I found them. And I also joined the 10th squad. Fun facts. Quite the adventure. Quite the adventure. Oh, now you care about giving me things that I can't hold in my inventory. Fine, be that way. I'll just drop the Gree. Anti-poison. And a sigil. 3 diamonds. 10,000 coins. Access to Apatol. 3 quest points. And some training. So, we're officially a member of the 10th squad. So that means we get to sign up for training. Mandatory training program. Back up with the new High Tree Guardian, Darrow. We know where he is. This would be the point where on a regular account, you would go and bank your Gree and Monkey Speak Amulet for future adventures on Apatol. But we don't have a bank, so. Instead, we'll be heading back to Apatol shortly. After talking to Darrow and getting the training. this is mandatory to be able to return to a patrol. We're going to focus on attack and defense techniques. A very good reward after several hours of training. Some very nice XP drops. 53 strength, 57 hit points, 57 attack, 54 defense. Getting us combat level 68. Pretty good. Probably just one level in each of those. We're very close to the next levels in all these again. Which is good, because we really are going to need 60 attack here pretty soon. I mean, not need, but definitely want. Heading back to a patrol. We've still got our Gree and our Monkey Stick Amulet, so we can very easily head through here. We will be dropping those items after we're done here, unfortunately. I think there might be some achievement diary stuff we should probably do here. Maybe. We're going to need to come back here eventually. Maybe not. But there's definitely one thing we really want here. Pretty much the main reason for doing any of this. And that is the Scimitar Shop. And the Dragon Scimitar. We don't have any inventory space though. You got a general store over here? Would you like to buy some diamonds? Yes, you would. I don't need diamonds right now. I do need a Dragon Scimitar though, so I will take that. And now, to avoid getting shot a whole bunch of times, I'm going to head upstairs before I try to teleport away. And might as well go to my house first, just to store some stuff. Put the cape back on the cape rack. Put the robes back in here. Very good. We could put the bomber jacket costume in here if we ever wanted to go claim that again at some point. Not hugely important. But now, we need level 60 attack. We are very close to level 58. So, that is very doable. We still have our Rune Scimitar ready to go. We have no amulet right now, but for now, that's fine. I could go get an amulet, but that'd be a little bit of extra work right now, and I kind of need to do some AFKing. So I'm going to just head on over to my adamant armor stash, and then head to sand crabs. Because that's acceptable for training. This really would be a lot faster if I had more equipment that was actually helping. Fundamentally, I'm just sitting here with armor that's not helping very much at all, and my weapon. But now the weapon is a lot better. 60 attack. So we get to upgrade from the Rune Scimitar to the Dragon. Like, solidly 50% stronger. So that's nice. I'm still going to be hanging out down here at Sand Crabs for an extended period of time. And I do have one option of something that will help very slightly, and that is climbing boots. So I'm going to go grab those and then come back here. Ultimately, I could go get an amulet, go get some gloves from doing parts of Recipe for Disaster. But that would require doing those things, and I currently do not have time for that. I only have time for AFK. So we're going to be training much slower than we could be, but faster than not doing anything at all, so here we go. We're going to be getting strength levels now. So as we get certain levels, the +2 strength bonus from the climbing boots should be able to get us an extra max hit sometimes. Buy some climbing boots for 12 coins. What a fair price. So now we have a weapon and some boots. Technically, I'm not training without an amulet because I have the Monkey Speak amulet. It gives no stats, but that's not the problem here. Monkey Madness complete. Dragon Scimitar complete. I guess that means we can alch the Rune Scimitar. A proper farewell. It was useful. It got us the level we needed. But now, it's all about the dragon. And I am heading back to Sand Crabs. Don't know how many levels I'm going to be getting here, but I'm sure I will be significantly higher combat level next time. Goodbye.